Hi everyone, Daisy here again with another layout. This one is for the Stretch Your Stamps YouTube hop that's been going on. And we are using phrase or sentiment stamps today. And I am starting out with this cut file. This is one from my stash, and I cut it out on just some yellow cardstock. And then what I'm doing is I'm using the basically the garbage part of the cut file and using it as a stencil, and then using my Distress Oxide inks and this little brush thing. I don't know what it's called. And just kind of creating this fun background. The colors that I used are blue sketchbook, wilted violet, mermaid lagoon, and cracked pistachio, I think. And then I just took some water and sprinkled it over because Distress Oxide inks, if you don't know, react to water. So then it kind of created that splotchy effect. And now I'm going to go stamp crazy. So I'm leaving my stencil there. And I'm just going to stamp over this I'm using both sentiment and tiny phrase stamps, and from a variety of places. And they just say cute things. So I'm doing a scrapbook page about my son, and it was just some pictures that I found on my computer from when he was younger, and he just used my computer and took some funny pictures of himself. And so I am going to be using that. So I'm just picking out some things that make sense with him, like I used Bazinga, I used I'm Not Crazy, My Mom Had Me Tested, #amazing, You Have Me Happier Than Taco Tuesday, You Might Be My Favorite Face on the Planet, just a bunch of those sorts of things. And I'm pulling them from, I dug out a lot of stamps for this because I knew that I wanted to fill in this whole area of this cut file with stamps. And I am stamping off, the edge and everything. So some of the words aren't readable, but that was fine with me. I'm also trying to mix in like the print with the kind of cursive or calligraphy type stamps, trying to mix them up a little bit so that they're not, right together. And for something like this, you can use a lot of stamps. I think I use 6 or 7 different stamp sets. And yeah, I love doing projects like this. I've been using my stamps a lot more lately, and my layouts, and so this is just a really fun way to highlight a bunch of them in one. So this one I was thinking I could use, but it would have overlapped too much. So I don't end up using that one, but I use this one that says love you. There are, I think, 4 people playing today, so there will be links down below to all of their videos as well. So you can check out everybody and the different ways that we all come up with using our stamps. This was just a fun way for me to, like I said, use up a bunch of stamps. So just gonna continue stamping away here. And I'm running out of a little bit of room, so finding words that fit in the spaces that I have is a little bit challenging and tricky, but I'm gonna make it work. I am gonna fill it in. I'm gonna use a couple of stamps multiple times of these little Good Vibes ones, and also of the Ellie Studio ones, the little typewriter font. I'm gonna use those a couple of times too, and just repeat the stamping around a couple of different places. And I had a couple of big spots here, so I'm trying to find, stamps that would fit very well and fill in those little pieces. And I'm trying to make it so that I don't go outside the lines of the cut file. but the inside part of the cut file keeps trying to move on me, so I keep trying to line it up. And I think I actually do end up doing a really good job in keeping it where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to add a bunch of these tiny words because they just fit in all of the little areas that are left. And some of my stamping isn't straight. Again, I don't really care. At the end of the layout, you don't even notice it, so it's fine. But I'm basically just making my own kind of like pattern paper, but just in the shape of the cut file. So again, just adding the stamping all over the place, and then just filling in all the spaces. I was going to go back and use like a heart or a star or something and add that too, but I really just wanted this to really focus on the phrases and the sentiments. So here's one of the stamps. I think that one says favorite, I'm pretty sure, or funny, because the pictures are funny. And then I think I'm going to use one that says favorite a couple of times too. And this one says love this, but I'm just going to use the love part. And I'm sorry if you hear that crinkling. That's my dog in the background. She just brought me her toy. And now she's going to crinkle it to find the squeaker, I bet. So, yep, there she goes. All right. Anyway, I'm just going to keep going here. I suppose I could have sped this up just a little bit faster. I don't know how much fun this is for you watching me stamp. I am using StazOn ink so that, and I really do apologize about the crinkling. I am using StazOn ink because I did sprinkle that little bit of water, and so I wanted to make sure that this really stamped down crisp. And I find that with StazOn ink, you get almost every time a crisp, very crisp image. So it's my favorite black ink to stamp with, and I love the way it smells. So, and just gonna finish filling this in. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what I was saying, but I had to stop to get the dog to stop because she was going a little crazy. And hopefully she doesn't start up again, which she's going to, of course. So anyway, I'm just filling the stamps in, just picking out a couple of other ones here because I had a lot of the like typewriter font ones together, so I wanted to break it up a little bit. Oh, good, she found the squeaker now too. And now I'm just going to pull this off. I did put washi tape to hold it down, and I did rip a little bit of the paper there. And I just did a heart hands because I love how this turns out. Like, it turns out way better than I even had imagined it. So I'm just so happy about it. And so I had this other cut file that I cut at the same time, and it's dude, and it just had a star. So that's going to be part of my title too. And then here's the 3 pictures I'm using. I did back the whole thing with a, I think it's a Me and My Big Ideas paper. And then I outlined the Stay Rad and the outside of the white paper. And now I'm just adding my photos, and I put that one down totally crooked, but it's not crooked enough to look like it was on purpose. So I'm going to have to very carefully pull it up here and fix it, which I ripped the paper again, but I will cover that up. And the other rip that I made earlier, I did cut off when I added the background paper. So this main photo here, I'm going to pop up on some foam. And this is foam tape that I get from Spiegel Mom Scraps. And then I'm going to struggle to peel the backs off because I have no nails. And then stick it down, and I'm going to put this one crooked. I lined the other 2 up as straight as I could. And now I'm just going to pull out some pieces here. So these are from Chamel. I don't remember the name of the collection, but it's the one with the dinosaurs and space stuff, and I think it's so adorable, and I love this collection, but I don't want to use it because I'm going to use it all up. But I might end up buying the digital version of these so that I can print out more. But I found this little tag, and I'm just going to use that to cover up where I made the mistake and ripped the paper over there. And then I'm adding some foam behind the star and putting it in the middle of the stay. And then I'm going to glue the dude down right away because I knew I wanted that there for sure. So just stuck that down. And then I'm going to go through all these little bits until I find all the right pieces. So I pulled that collection out, and then the pink paisley, oh goodness me, Wild Child, the boy version of it. And so I'm going to find some pieces from that too. The colors go really well together because they're very kind of primary colors. So they work out really nicely together. I also have this sticker sheet, and I have this sticker sheet from American Crafts from like a billion years ago. And I still have a few stickers on it. So I'm going to pull out a bunch of yellow ones because the dude was yellow and that star was yellow. So I just kind of picked yellow as my main embellishment color, I guess. It just made it easier for me to kind of locate what I wanted. So I added those little arrow stickers down, and these do not have very much stick left in them. So I'm going to glue them down just to make sure they stay in place. I'm going to put that little bit of this washi tape up under that first photo. This washi tape I got as part of a box of some sort that I cannot remember either where it's from. And then I'm layering a sun just for the yellow basically, and then a blue little label and that Stay Weird label. I thought that was perfect. And then I'm gonna try out a couple of things, you know, go through all of the stickers to see what will fit. And then I'm going to ultimately decide on adding this little round sticker. That Zoom Zoom is one of the die cuts. And then I'm gonna add, there's some like ombre stars, and they go perfectly with my color scheme. So I'm gonna add all of those to this, and again glue them down to make sure they stay. I have these little kind of tear apart pieces that I'm going to glue down, and then I'm going to add, oh, I had one more little yellow arrow, and I'm going to add these Ellie Studios puffy hearts. I had yellow ones left over, so it was perfect. And I'm going to just kind of put them around here. And then I'm also going to add some enamel dots, and that's pretty much going to be the end of my layout. So I want to thank you so much for watching. Again, there will be links down below for everybody who's participating today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will get back to you with the answers for that. But yeah, this was so fun to do. It's really fun to get your stamps out and use them in different ways for scrapbooking or even card making. You can make a really cool card with this too, I think. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.